No, because did y'all see that TikTok where that girl was like, how come the people with the nastiest, rudest attitudes have the biggest friend groups? And then the other girl stitched it and she was like, it's because they're all the same. All their morals are messed up. They all have the same ideas, values, whatever the case may be. And they all can sit and hang together like misery loves company type situation.
Those people have the biggest friend.
It's because they're all the same. If you're actually a nice person, you probably have less friends because you can't tolerate nonsense. You can't tolerate disrespect. You don't like disrespecting people. You won't stand for it when it happens to other people. But those people can 100% stand for it for each other because they're all the same.
I want to talk about that. I be complaining to my man like, babe, I just want some friends. Like, I just want some genuine people like me. I want to hang around girls that love Jesus, that like entrepreneurship, that won't cheat on their spouses or their partners, that don't like want to down talk other women. I want those kind of friends. And the more and more mature I get, the more and more I realize that a lot of people cannot live up to those values because a lot of people would rather live their lives in misery. And it's really, really, really unfortunate. But the reality is, I think I'm too positive for some people. Like, I've been in friend groups before where girls will literally pull up girls on Instagram, especially where I'm from. I'm from Philly. This is what Philly girls do. This they thing. This they jam. It's like a mean girl culture here. They will literally sit on Instagram, pull up girls' profiles, send girls pictures. And I've been in these groups, so I know what they do. I've had these conversations with girls before. They'll pull up girls' Instagrams and talk about them. Look at her outfit. She dating this drug dealer. She messing with this person to get these Givenchy boots. She got this Chanel purse from so-and-so baby dad. All day long will like down talk other women, will do like nasty conniving things like, oh, and it's like a thing for them to like sleep with each other's like boyfriends or the guys that they're talking to and then go smile in the face with the girl. Like, it's just weird. If you my friend, I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong, or I'm probably not gonna talk to you anymore. And that's why I can't have friends. I have to find people that have values and that have morals, that actually care about other people, that are genuine, that are kind, that love God, that stand for something. And the reality is, not that many people exist. Like, have you ever read TikTok or Instagram comments? But people would rather look at the negative parts of life and look at the negative aspects of life than draw towards the positive. And I'm not like that. So if that means that I can't really have any friends, I guess I'm okay with that. I got my man, I got my sisters. That's fine with me. I know God will bless me with them when the time comes. But yeah.
We have all seen the very viral trend where women are talking about other women who don't have friends being a red flag. And honestly, that could be the furthest from the truth. There are so many reasons as to why people will not have friends, and most of these women are looking at it from a one perspective. And I'm 100% sure that it's the mean girl perspective. But today, we're going to explore the reason as to why so many women just don't have any friends. Welcome back to my channel where we discuss women issues or we spill the tea on any drama in the media. But before we get into the video, please tap the button that says subscribe right at the bottom of your screen because only through nice people like you will help this channel to grow. Now without further ado, let's get right into the video. There are a lot of women that have bad relationships with other women, and that clogs the way they think a lot of the time. When women say girls without friends are a red flag, they are talking about the mean girls. Like the girls that does all the wrong things and ruins her friendship with everyone because she always puts herself first, even if it destroys all her friends' lives. But one thing the conversation leaves out are the other two types of women that don't have any friends. The first one is the girl that had a lot of friends and they have all done and said something really bad about her, and that causes her to have to get them out of her life because they were doing more harm than good, and it was harming her own health, and that leaves her without friends. And that's not her fault. Then you have women who are just loners and just rather to be alone than be around people who they don't see eye to eye. And somewhere in the near future, there are going to be arguments and they are already so incompatible. So what do you think will erupt from that? But the question is, when did calling people your friend become such a loose term? Because isn't there standards that as to why you would call someone your friend, or standard as to why Because isn't there standards that you'd want your friend to have or what you'd want your friend to possess? Because there is no way you can have high standards for a friend, like treating people well, etc., and have a very large group of friends. Because coming from someone who lives in the real world, have you met most of these people? Finding someone with very good morals and you actually enjoy their company and they have life goals and things that they want to achieve is probably one of the hardest things to ever do. But women who have a very large friend group oftentimes complain about what their friends have done to them and all the horror stories they have experienced over the years. And this doesn't just go for women alone. It's quite common that people who have a very large friend group, most of the time, there are very bad influence in the group, and the influence is so loud and it spreads to everyone in the group. It's the reason as to why they say, "Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are." Because most of the time, foolish people hang with other foolish people, and wise people hang with other wise people. But the catch is, wise people are rare, and you don't come in contact with them all the time. Not having friends is most definitely not a red flag. With all the rising cases of people not having friends, coming across people with no friends will soon become the norm. And what are you going to do then? Not date anyone? The truth is, friends or no friends, they're going to be toxic people, and it's up to you to get to know them and judge them wisely. And as always, trust your judgment because you can't really tell who someone is, regardless if they have no friends or not. At least, not when there are people who have no friends and they look and sound like this.
I'm 21 years old and I have no friends.
And making friends doesn't come easy, especially because there are people who don't choose their friends wise enough and they always end up hurting them. But before, but for the other viewers, please comment your horror stories down below, only if you want to, about your friends and what they have done to you in the past, and maybe as to why you aren't friends anymore. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And there is no way you could think that people like those are evil. Well, with that being said, that brings me to the end of the video. And people who still think having no friends is a red flag, think about what I've said. Look outside of your friend group for once and pay attention to the world. Look at the loner, the nerd, the girl or the boy that's always been bullied and struggle to make friends. There are many people in this world that have a hard time communicating with other people, and making friends isn't the best